Welcome back. You're with us on India Business Hour. Now, businesses in India are the most optimistic in the world. That's according to a report by Grant Thornton. The report puts India at the top, followed by Ireland, Britain, Germany, and the US. Now, Grant Thornton conducted a survey across 44 countries in the month of May this year, and the survey shows that 86% of business houses in India are optimistic about growth, the highest in the world. It's also almost double of the global average of 46%. India is topping the charts, but businesses in developed economies like the UK, the US and Germany are also optimistic about growth over the next 1 year. The new government is the biggest trigger for the surge in optimism here in India. Business houses are hoping that the Modi government will kickstart the economy by unleashing a slew of reforms. India Inc. is also hoping that the government will adopt a non-adversarial tax regime that is conducive to growth as well as managing to attract foreign investment. Shereen.
Well, that certainly is good news there coming in from Grant Thornton as far as business confidence is concerned. Raja Lahiri, partner at Grant Thornton, joins us. Raja, appreciate you joining us. Clearly, your survey seems to reflect that India Inc. does believe that achhe din aayenge.
Absolutely, Shereen. I think it's pretty much a reflection of the mood of the investor and the community at large, the business community at large. Interestingly, this is the highest kind of ranking that India has got in the last so many years that we've conducted this survey. But what is important to note also that
Fine that India has topped this survey, Raja?
Yeah, India has topped the survey, and it's possibly the highest ranking that India has got ever in the last 2 odd years. So there's clearly a high confidence in the.
But what does this confidence translate into in terms of investment, in terms of capex? Because while I can see that investor sentiment has improved, is it now beginning to translate into people putting money into new projects, people putting fresh investments on the ground?
So if you look at the findings of the survey, there's 2 interesting kind of points that comes out. 90% of the people expect profit and revenue growth, which is great. But however, only 41% expects increase of investments in the near term, which means while the optimism is very high, but they clearly need to see some kind of reforms that actually translate into action for the businesses to actually make money on the table. So I guess there is still a wait and watch as far as investments are concerned, but clearly there is a high optimism as far as the policy and the reforms that hopefully the Modi government will bring to the table.
Any particular sector that's more optimistic?
See, in terms of sectors that we see, 2-3 sectors clearly are standing out. One is infrastructure. I think that's the biggest sector that everybody is going to wait and watch in terms of money flowing within the country and money flowing outside the country. So infra is a key sector to watch out for. And I think the second sector that people are bullish about is largely on the consumer side and the retail side. While the FDI is one issue to battle across, but largely the consumer and the retail sector is a story that everybody is putting their money on.
Okay, money on. So they're betting on the infrastructure play and the consumption story. Any risks highlighted in your survey?
As I said, the biggest risk is really on the investment side. 41% of the people said they will invest positively in the next, 6 to 12 months. Which means there is still 69% which believes that there's going to be a wait and watch. So I think that's the biggest risk. We've got to see the budget that hopefully will come out in the next month. And secondly, I would say the bitter pills, clearly, which I think the businesses are expecting certain things. So clearly investment may not be so quick as one would expect it to be.
The key expectation, if your survey has tried to gauge the sentiment as far as the budget is concerned, any key expectations that corporate India is looking for at this point in time?
I think clearly the biggest is really on the, 2 things. One is on the overall policy on the subsidies. Clearly we've seen the kind of views as far as the railway budget is concerned. So there is a wait and watch on the fuel subsidies, etc., how will pan out. And secondly, it's a no-brainer that on the retrospective taxation, I think that is the single most important people are watching all over the globe, and I think that will be the key turning point for all of us.
Oh, that certainly will be the key turning point. The question is whether the government is going to go the whole hog and repeal the retro tax law, or they will bring out some sort of clarifications. But Raja, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Thanks very much for joining us and taking us through Grant Thornton's survey on business confidence. India tops the charts. Elan.
All right, Shereen, as far as the action went on the